Hi, this is the English Adventure Podcast.
Relax and enjoy learning English. You're at a small party.
You already asked where they're from.
You asked what they do.
You even said, "That sounds interesting."
They smile.
And now there's silence.
Your mind goes blank.
You don't want to repeat yourself.
You don't want to sound boring.
You just need one good question.
One simple question that keeps the moment alive.
What if you had a few you could use tonight?
At work,
At a party?
in a cafe.
Let's find the ones that keep your conversations alive.
You know what's funny?
What?
I used to think small talk was about being creative.
Creative how?
Like I needed some clever, original question that nobody had ever heard before.
Oh, I did that too.
You did?
Yes, I once asked someone, if you could live in any historical era, which one would you choose?
That's ambitious.
Exactly. It was too much. The person just looked at me and said, I don't know.
That's the problem. When the question is too big, it creates pressure instead of connection.
Yes, I thought interesting questions create interesting conversations, but I realized something later.
What did you realize?
Simple questions create comfortable conversations, and comfort is what keeps things moving.
That's so true, because when someone feels comfortable, they actually answer properly.
Not just yes or no.
Exactly. You know what I used to do?
Let me guess. So, what do you do?
Every single time.
It's the international default setting.
Yes, and it's not a bad question, it's just narrow.
What do you mean by narrow?
It leads to a job title. I'm a teacher, I'm an engineer, and then you have to rescue the conversation.
That's so true. The pressure shifts back to you.
Exactly, so I started changing it slightly.
How?
Instead of what do you do, I began asking what do you enjoy most about your work?
That's such a small change.
Yes, but it makes a huge difference. Now they don't give you a label, they give you an experience.
And experiences are easier to respond to.
Exactly. If someone says, I love solving problems, you can say, what kind of problems?
That feels natural.
Yes, and if they say, honestly, I don't enjoy it that much, that's interesting too.
Because now there's emotion.
Exactly, and emotion keeps conversations alive.
I had a moment like that last year at a friend's birthday.
What happened?
I met someone new and we did the usual exchange. Name, job, where are you from? And then there was that tiny pause.
The dangerous pause.
Yes, and instead of panicking, I said, so what's been the most interesting part of your week so far?
Oh, I like that.
It's simple, but it shifts the time frame to something recent.
And recent events are easier to talk about than life philosophy.
Exactly. He told me about a presentation he had given. He was nervous, but it went well.
Now you have material.
Yes, I could ask, were you nervous before? Or what made it go well? Or do you enjoy presenting?
So one good question creates 3 more.
That's the key. Good small talk questions multiply.
That's such a good way to say it. You know what question I love?
Tell me.
What do you usually like to do after work?
That's good.
It's safe, it's not too personal, but it opens hobbies, habits, personality.
And it avoids yes or no.
Exactly. If someone says, I go to the gym, you can ask, what kind of training do you enjoy?
Or if they say, I just watch Netflix, you can say, what are you watching right now?
And suddenly you're not stuck.
Because you moved from fact to preference.
Preferences are gold in small talk.
Why?
Because everyone has them, and they're easy to talk about.
That's true. Even something simple like, are you more of a morning person or a night person, can open so much.
Yes, I love that one.
Why?
Because people almost always have an opinion, and opinions create energy.
That's interesting. So maybe the real trick is not asking for information.
But asking for perspective.
Exactly.
Can we try something?
Sure.
Imagine you're at a cafe. You've just ordered. The person next to you says, it's always so busy here.
Okay.
What would you say?
Maybe yes it is?
That's safe, but let's upgrade it.
All right.
You could say, yes, I think people come here to relax after work. Do you have a favorite place like this?
That's good. Now it's not about the cafe anymore. It's about them.
Exactly. Or you could ask, are you more productive in busy places or quiet ones?
Ooh, I like that.
It's simple English, but it makes the conversation personal without being invasive.
And if they answer quiet places, you can say, why is that?
And there it is again.
The magic question.
Why, or what do you mean, or in what way?
Those tiny follow-ups carry the whole conversation.
And they're beginner friendly.
Yes, you don't need advanced vocabulary to be interesting.
You just need curiosity. You know what I struggled with at the beginning?
What?
I was afraid that if I asked a follow-up question, I wouldn't understand the answer.
That's real.
So I avoided asking deeper questions. I kept everything shallow.
I did the same. It felt safer.
But shallow conversations end quickly.
Exactly.
And then I realized something important.
What?
I can just say, sorry, can you explain that a bit more?
That sentence is a superpower.
It is, because it shows interest, not weakness.
And most people are happy to explain.
Yes, people like being understood.
And that's what good small talk questions really do.
They make the other person feel seen.
Not interviewed.
Exactly.
I think learners sometimes believe they need 20 different questions ready.
But honestly, you just need a few good ones.
And the courage to use them.
And the patience to listen to the answer.
That's the part many forget.
Because small talk isn't about talking more.
It's about asking better.
And staying curious. He smiled and said, that presentation changed how I see my job.
Wait, what presentation?
The one I mentioned earlier, remember?
Ah, right. So what did you ask him after that?
I asked, in what way did it change things for you?
And what did he say?
He paused for a second, not a long pause, but long enough that I almost felt nervous for him.
That little thinking pause.
Yes, and then he said, it made me realize I'm actually good at this.
That's powerful.
Exactly. And if I had just said, oh, nice, the moment would have ended there.
But you didn't.
No, I said, did you doubt that before?
Oh, that's a deeper move.
It is, but it still feels natural. I wasn't interrogating him. I was just curious.
And what happened?
He laughed and said, all the time.
That's honest.
Yes, and suddenly we weren't talking about a presentation anymore. We were talking about self-doubt.
That escalated in a good way.
Exactly. And the interesting thing is, the English was simple.
That's important.
I didn't use complicated grammar. I didn't need fancy vocabulary. It was just, did you doubt that before?
That's very beginner friendly.
Yes, and that's what I want learners to understand. Good small talk questions are not complicated. They're intentional.
That's such a good word, intentional.
You're not throwing random questions into the air. You're building on what the other person just said.
And that makes them feel heard.
Exactly.
You know what question I've started using more often?
Tell me.
What made you decide that?
Oh, I love that one.
It works almost everywhere.
Yes. New haircut? What made you decide to change it? New job? What made you decide to switch? New hobby? What made you decide to try that?
It always leads to a reason.
And reasons are stories.
And stories create connection.
It's almost like we're hacking human conversation.
In a friendly way.
In a very friendly way. Let's try something.
Okay?
Imagine you meet someone who says, I just moved here.
Classic small talk situation.
Most people say, oh, do you like it?
And get, yes, it's nice.
Exactly. So let's upgrade.
What would you ask?
I would say, what's been the biggest difference compared to where you lived before?
That's good.
Because now they have to think.
And thinking leads to real answers.
Yes. And if they say, people are more direct here, you can ask, how does that feel for you?
That's empathetic.
Exactly. And empathy makes conversations warmer.
That's something learners often underestimate.
What?
They think small talk is superficial, but it doesn't have to be.
No, it just starts small.
And then it grows, if you let it.
I remember a time when I didn't let it grow.
What happened?
I was talking to someone at a workshop. He mentioned he started learning English again after many years.
That's already interesting.
Yes, and I just said, oh, that's cool. And then I changed the subject.
Why?
Because I was afraid of asking something too personal.
Like what?
Like, why did you stop before? Or what made you start again?
Those are actually very human questions.
I know, but in that moment, I panicked. I stayed safe.
And the conversation faded.
Yes, and later I thought, I missed something there.
That's such a common experience.
It is, and that's why these simple question upgrades matter.
Because they help you stay a little longer.
Exactly.
Can we talk about one more powerful question?
Yes.
What do you like about that?
Oh, that one is gold.
It works everywhere.
New city? What do you like about it so far? New job? What do you like about your team? New hobby? What do you like about it?
And it shifts the focus to positive emotion.
Yes, and positive emotion makes people talk more freely.
That's true.
And if they struggle to answer, that's interesting too.
Why?
Because then you can say, is it still too new to tell?
That's gentle,
Small talk should be gentle,
not aggressive,
not like an interview.
not like a test.
Exactly.
You know what I'm realizing while we talk?
What?
The best small talk questions are short,
Yes,
but they open long answers.
that's the goal.
Short question, long answer.
And then a short follow-up.
And then another long answer.
It's like a rhythm.
Exactly. Conversation has rhythm.
And when you understand that rhythm, you stop being afraid of silence.
Because you know you have another small question ready.
Not 20, just a few.
What was the best part of your week?
What do you enjoy most about that?
What made you decide that?
How does that feel?
In what way?
Simple, natural, powerful.
If someone listening feels nervous about trying these,
Start small.
use one question this week
Just one.
and see what happens.
You'll notice something.
People usually want to talk.
They're just waiting for someone to ask something real.
And when you ask,
Stay.
listen.
And ask one more.
That's how small talk turns into connection.
Because one question is good,
But the next question is where it gets interesting.
and that's exactly what we'll practice next time.
How to ask follow-up questions naturally.
So conversations don't stop after the first answer.
Stay one sentence longer.
That's where confidence grows.
See you soon.
Thanks so much for spending time with us today.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new without even noticing it.
If you like the English Adventure podcast, make sure to follow us and listen to more episodes.
And remember,
You don't need to be perfect to speak English.
you just need to start.
See you in the next English adventure.